say that the reason why Gujarat recovery is special is not because what NGOs have done only, it is not because what the government has done only, or not because what UN or international agencies, donors have done, but it is the recovery where citizens, Nagrik, they have led the recovery. They have accepted everybody's support, everybody's goodwill, everybody's resources, but essentially the success why Gujarat recovery is a success is because the citizens have led the recovery in their own house, in their own community, village or town, and in the state. So when citizens lead recovery, they are more likely to be successful, and that's a good example here. And that is the reason why we have come here.
The process of reconstruction and recovery of Gujarat, especially Kutch, it's not only an event or the thing followed by the government officials or the outside international organizations, but it's become a people's movement.
When we visit Maldivian tsunami victims, they have a lot of complaints, you know, regarding the government and authorities. They didn't do this, they didn't. But I haven't come across this from here. They said we can do it on our own.
21st September 2009, we had an experience an earthquake measuring of 6.2 Richter scale in Bhutan, and most in eastern Bhutan, more than 2,000 houses has been damaged. Now, from this best practices exchange visit, I have learned something from the Kutch district that how to build first of all resilient house for the community in order to prevent further damage in the future. And second thing is what types of coordination mechanism is to be needed in the community to make themselves more resilient and to face any kinds of natural disaster further.
बच्चों के गांव में हम लोग गई है, मैंने बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ सीखा क्योंकि स्पेशली अफगानिस्तान में बहुत ज़्यादा विधवा है और विधवा के साथ बहुत ज़्यादा बच्चे हैं कि उन लोगों का माँ बाप नहीं है। तो मैंने जब यहाँ से काबुल अफगानिस्तान से मैं वापस जाती हूँ, मैं उन लोगों का साथ ये जो मैंने कुछ ज़्यादा चीज़ें सीखा उन लोगों का साथ शेयर कर रही हूँ, और स्पेशली with the women, because in Afghanistan has a lot of widows.
You know, the media can play a very pivotal role towards transforming the entire society. How it can disseminate knowledge through print or electronic media throughout at the grassroots level.
And in the case of Kutch community, I think there are a lot to learn from because it's been a while, maybe about 9-10 years since the last major earthquake here, and so far we have seen that the community can continue, can move on with their life, and even in some ways, a better life. But there are lessons learned, that can be shared with other parts of the world. And we from Asia came here for that reason. And at the same time, we hope that we can share also our experiences over there facing tsunami, to the community here.
Also more important that the unity, how the people should be united if the disaster occurs. And they said that they have a community kitchen, so. And in some of the villages in Nagaur, they said that they don't need the assistance, they didn't ask for the assistance. And so in case of, because other places are more vulnerable than their own. So I learned these kinds of things. So that can be replicated in any place, not in Nepal also. That kinds of social fabric and unity.
Philippines is also among the most disaster-prone countries in the Philippines, in the whole world. Actually, we have an average of 20 typhoons in a year, and 9 of which are considered destructive. In most of the partner communities that we work with, the main hazards which they experience are flooding and soil erosion, but we also have earthquakes because we are located in the Pacific Ring of Fire. So I think the recovery efforts and the preparedness measures that the people here in Gujarat have shared with us, the participants, will be very useful to me when I come back to my home country, because I will be working with other communities who are also prone to earthquakes, so I can share what I have learned.
Adios time to friends. Everyone was happy to share and gain from the visit. They were going back with a packet of knowledge which can save many lives in future. Thanks to Special Unit for South-South Cooperation in United Nations Development Program, National Institute of Disaster Management and All India Disaster Mitigation Institute.